Special Envoy, you have expressed your outrage at the latest bombings and their devastating consequences, but the Syrian government has rebuffed your attempts at establishing a truce. So what, if anything, can you still do for the thousands of civilians and rescue workers who are at risk?
Well, first of all, insisting on the fact that the humanitarian tragedy in Syria, in particular Aleppo, eastern Aleppo, but also in West Aleppo, should not be forgotten and continue pushing. Secondly, there have been some ceasefires. As you know, Russia unilaterally did it for 24 days actually. And unfortunately, aid was not able to reach because not only the government, but also the opposition was causing all sorts of conditions. In order to be able to get there, after what happened to our convoy when people were killed, we need to have assurance for both sides. We will not give up on pushing for humanitarian aid to eastern Aleppo, to 175,000 people.
Yet the situation in eastern Aleppo is very, very dire. Bashar al-Assad and his allies, Iran, Russia, are establishing facts on the ground. Is Aleppo on the verge of falling?
I'm very concerned. Time is running short. Time is of essence. We are, as we said, if the bombing continues at the same level as we have seen in the past, there will be no eastern Aleppo by Christmas. That's why I am concerned.
Is this the death knell, first of all, for the opposition, and secondly, for a political solution?
Neither, because you see, the opposition has already said, even if Aleppo collapses, they will continue. They will continue from wherever they can, and they will continue both politically and militarily. So that's why the only solution is a political discussion about the future of Syria with some type of devolution. In other words, a political transition. And I'm sure that even Russia feels that, because there is no interest in continuing this conflict for the next 5-6 years. Aleppo will be a battle lost, but it will not be the end of the war.
We've got a U.S. president coming into office, however, who said that he is interested in cooperating with Russia. Couldn't that wind up being a game changer also for the possibility of a political solution?
Absolutely. I think that the intention by President-elect Trump to actually have a special type of discussion with President Putin about how to fight Daesh and al-Nusra, the two internationally recognized terrorist organizations, is a very important point. The issue is fighting or defeating Daesh and al-Nusra. If the idea is to defeat al-Nusra and Daesh, the only way is that in addition to fighting, there must be a political inclusive solution in Syria. So we go back to the political solution. Otherwise, al-Nusra will come out or Daesh will come out like a mushroom in 3-4 months' time. And that's not what they want, neither do we.
Yet we haven't heard President-elect Trump express a lot of enthusiasm for diplomatic solutions. Is there not a risk that he could wind up making a bilateral deal either with the Russians or with Bashar al-Assad? Well,
I think we should not be prejudging his own position or his own intentions. What I heard and what he has been saying publicly is that he intends to focus as a priority on Daesh and on terrorism. We all agree on that. I repeat, if he wants instead, in addition to fight, win Daesh, then he has to obviously address the issue about a political solution in Syria.
Excellency, Special Envoy Staffan de Mistura, many thanks for being with us.
Thank you. Danke.